shouting through the night. Static hum that shakes the ground. Rift Nation rising loud, profound. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Steel strings, scream the truth we bring. Echoed chaos, hearts that sting. Electric veins that feed the roar. Heart of faster, crave for more. Dust and sparks ignite the air. Shattered silence, do we dare? Tidal force, relentless stream. We're the edge, we're the dream. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain, we're the anthem in your veins. Feel the fire, feel the fight. We're the shadows in the night. Crashing waves, we take the stage. Unleash the fury, turn the page. Rift Nation, hold the line. In the chaos, we align. Through the storm, through the pain, we're the anthem in your veins.
The engine is self-start.
For launch, GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop,
Go.
GNC, go. Max,
Go.
Eagle, go. Ecom.
Go pending final steps to cabin link check.
2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
slow down, breathe deeply, reconnect with yourself and the universe.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's pajama day. It's pajama day. Oh my God, I love it. So welcome to the Rift Nation Network. Of course, we are Cosmic Cushion Podcast. I am your crazy host, Susan. And then we have...
I'm Linda. Happy to see you. And I brought a friend.
Ooh, you brought a friend. I brought 4.
Cool.
1,
Oh, I love those guys.
2, 3, 4.
Yay.
Just in case. I got all my friends with me.
They're our ambassadors.
Today is all about inner child and creating joy. So I came in my bathrobe and Miss Linda came in her PJ top. So I was going to bring a Scooby with me, but unfortunately my man's downstairs and they're too high and I can't reach them.
Oh, that's okay. You can see them. Oh, it's
But
okay.
that's okay. I'm going to show
I'll be waiting for you.
I'm gonna show you guys that most of my Scooby-Doo collection. I took a picture and posted it up here so you guys could take a look at that. But we're going to be working a lot on inner child, and some people will say, well, I really didn't have much of a childhood, but it's picking out those moments of joy. I think a lot of that is what it's about. Now, this again was Linda's idea for this one. Usually when I come up with an idea, it's so blown out of proportion. We got to do 2 or 3 episodes about it. Linda condenses better than me. Hello, Miss Nikki. How are you today? Nikki. So let's see. We're talking about reconnecting with one of the most joyful, creative parts of ourselves, our inner child.
I want to interrupt for just a second.
Okay.
If you guys have crayons, colored pencils, a paper, a color book, anything that you want to doodle with, feel free.
I'm ready.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. This isn't like school where the teacher's going to come over you and yeah, we want you to do that.
I liked your ideas about the bubbles, but then I'm saying bubbles and electronics, probably not a good idea.
That actually probably is. You're probably right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I did bring some Play-Doh too, so if you need something to fidget.
I figured I'd show you guys my collection. I'm a collector. And let me tell you something about being a collector of certain items. It's not you're a big child. It's you have an adult collection is what you have. This is my adult collection. Voila.
That's beautiful. I love them. I love them.
I actually have an entire wall just with the drawings my man did. Now this is like Scooby-Doo everywhere. I mean, the bag, the car, the cups, even a pie thing I got on the wall. Pez that's never been opened. And of course, my little octopus up here, but all my stuffed animals on there. And there's so much stuff. And I doubled one of those pictures. So I do have.
It's okay. They look cool.
I have a lot more than this. So let's see if we can bring up another one here. We want to see if we can replace this, only because I love my Scooby-Doo collection. Let's see what else we have here. That one. Is it this one? No. That one. No. That one. There we go. Here's my wall. My man drew these for me. He knows I collect Scooby-Doo. I absolutely adore Scooby-Doo, and he's a drawer. So
who doesn't love Scooby-Doo? I mean, my goodness.
Scooby-Doo. Do you know that I wrote a term paper in college on Scooby-Doo?
Did? Wow.
Why you have to write why you have to write about your hero and why they're your hero. So I took Scooby-Doo and put it in psychological terms of why Scooby-Doo is important. Now we're going to take cartoons for a minute. We'll get into all the stuff we wrote up, but think about this for a minute. Just flying off the top of my head here. We have a dog and some kids roam around. Okay, they get the munchies all the time. We'll leave that one alone. But Scooby is afraid of ghosts, right? But what does Scooby do? Scooby Doo. He goes into these places where he's fearful. So what is he doing? He's facing his fear.
Fears.
So Scooby Doo is a hero because he will face his fears. Okay, he does it for Scooby snacks, but I'll do it for coffee. It's just whatever. So here we go. So Scooby Doo faces his fears. So because he faces his fears, he's a hero. Oh my God, I look like Max Headroom over here.
I don't know what that was.
What the heck is going on? We've been doing a lot of work over here. So that was my theory. And I took this theory in college and I literally wrote a term paper on it, put it in a lot of psychological terms. I wish I still had a copy of that paper. I actually got an A+. I took an animated creature and stated why he was my hero. And it actually worked. Think about it. People say, "Oh my God, you collect toys." No, I collect history.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
History is what I am.
I have my own collections too. I love cats, so I collect a lot of cats. Yeah, I've got some stuffed ones, and every one that I got, there's a story behind it, right?
Exactly. You must have been attached to cats as a kid, right?
Always, yeah.
Okay.
One of my spirit animals.
Yeah, see, mine's always been dogs. We raised Norwegian Elkhounds. Scooby-Doo, of course, was my favorite cartoon growing up, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, and I love dogs too. Yeah. I mean, I got 4 around me today. Just hopefully they'll be quiet.
There's nothing wrong with collecting. I mean, yeah, okay, I collect skulls, dragons, and crystals too, but that's just like one area of where my Scooby-Doo is.
But we don't have to be limited to one.
Exactly.
We can have various things. And it doesn't, I think at any age, we all need to have something that we collect or love or care for, or that brings us joy in some way or another.
Exactly. Like as far as let's take fun. Now, I took the fun I had as a child and I brought it to my kids when I was raising my kids. I was the type of parent when I bought my kids laser tag, I bought enough so I could play too. So we were in the house running around playing laser tag, tagging each other. And of course, the winner didn't have to do dishes that night. So of course,
that's cool.
Yeah. So you take this and then, there's all kinds of stuff you can do as a kid. Like I had this mat that I would put in front of the TV that was washable. You color it and you could wash it out and they can recolor it. So we had what we known as at home MD night. So we had at home MD night. I even had a little toy bag from the dollar store. They would color. I would sit there and color. We'd eat, we'd watch cartoons, and there was all kinds of stuff. And there's really nothing wrong with that. They're saying, "Oh my God, that's so sweet. You're playing." No, it's because I wanted to play too.
Yep. And my kids, my oldest daughter especially loved to color. She still does, and her daughter that lives with us as well. They like to color with Alder, so sometimes that's what they do. Exactly. They started scrapbooking together.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see what we got going on in the chat room. We have Miss
Heidi
who says, "Good day, Susan and Linda. Much love from Boulder, Colorado." Heidi also likes Scooby-Doo. Love those. Awesome work. That must have been him. Great art. Yep, that was his drawing. He's really very good. And Max Headroom, Heidi goes, "What happened?" I don't know. they're down there doing the sprinklers. So I had the sprinklers replaced in my house there. Sitting outside under a porch with a pooch who is so observant right now. Wow, noticing everything. That's really very cool.
Love that.
There's nothing wrong with that. When you reach a certain age, it's like, okay, you're younger. You put your toys away, so to speak, and you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm cool. I hit high school. I gotta go cool. And then you realize when you get older, it's like, yeah, you want to go back. So a lot of people collect. A lot of people will collect like superheroes, like Batman, Spider-Man, all those things as well. It's a big thing right now. Can you imagine if we saved all those toys we had as a kid?
Oh, I have imagined that many times.
Yes.
Many, many, many
Oh
times.
my God. Yes, absolutely love it. Um, what as we say, Lowell, my daughter's dog is laying next to my feet. So yeah,
Aw.
synchronicity, and that's what it is. It's like, I grew up, we raised Norwegian L counts. That's what we did, besides move from house to house to house to house to house and redo them. So yeah, we did that too. But it's like then I fall in love with a Scooby Doo cartoon. My mother had cats. My father's the one that had the dog, so we had them both running around.
We
But
do too.
there's a lot of things that you can remember. I mean, like I said, there's some people out there that don't have the awesome childhood memories. But I'm sure there's got to be something.
Well,
And
there's
if
things
we
I think,
didn't, let's make it up.
like, yeah, I think sometimes for people that don't have those memories, if they see them, if
Yeah,
they walk by a playground and see them, and sometimes you can go, oh, I don't have any memories like that, but they could go and sit on a swing and just feel what that's like. Some swings are big enough for adults,
exactly.
and um, just take out a color book, do the doodles, whatever you desired as a child that you did not get,
Mhm.
you can certainly take that creativity to where you are now
I
and
agree.
just kind of play with it. It
I
doesn't have
agree.
to be
I
any
agree.
big thing. It could just be
Yep.
like a few minutes here and there.
Exactly. They do make adult coloring books now, so it's legal.
They do. Yep.
They
Yep.
do. They do. I just what did she say? Our fur babies, Nikki said, and then Heidi said, I just turned my cat's paw in for his late morning nap.
Aw.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on. And what we're talking about as far as inner child, I did make some slides. I don't know how much information is on the slides, we can guess. But I also we combined information. Let's see. When we're talking inner child, we don't mean the parts of us that carry old hurts. We're not talking about those. Uh, we also mean the part that remembers wonder, imagination, silliness, play, and being fully present in the moment. No worries. That's what we're talking about. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And as usual, this is all Linda's idea because I actually had to look this crap up.
You extended it out. We kind of worked together.
Yeah. So now this is, oh God, I'm very uncomfortable. So it's like I'm sitting here in my bathrobe because we wanted to represent childhood. What's wrong with that? Can you think about it? It's like snow's out, and all of a sudden you got a snow day. Imagine,
Hmm.
just literally imagine this in your head. You have school and you didn't want to go to school. You wake up, you hear on the news that all of a sudden the schools are closed for snow. You get excited. You wake right up. Do you imagine it? You're like, yes, yes. You wake right up and you're in your pajamas and you want to get outside and get all wet in the snow. And then when you come in, you're snuggling in your bathrobe and you got your hot chocolate, and just
Hot
imagine all
cocoa,
that
yeah.
after that. And my mother had those old heaters, the old
Yep.
round
Yep.
ones. So literally we'd come in like I call it a water closet, but it's not. You go in the mudroom. You go in the mudroom first, then you have to take your clothes off there to dry them on the heaters because you weren't allowed to track the snow through the house.
Yep.
So that's like the fun times. That's the imagination we're actually talking about
Mm.
right now.
Snow angels, snowmen. And
Yep. Yeah, I love that. I always
if
used
you're
to.
like me and you have trouble getting up, you can just have somebody stand in there with you and help you up and lay down and make your snow angels if you're at
Yes,
all
there's
possible.
nothing wrong with that. I'd lay in the snow and my dog would climb on top of me because he hates his paws cold. He's a
Oh,
big baby when it
our
comes to
dogs
snow.
usually love the snow. They couldn't wait to get out
No,
there
he'll
rolling
go
it.
out, he'll pee, and then he'll lift his paw up and look at me and go, like, really, dude? Really? And he's sleeping over there, not even paying attention.
Yeah, I fell off the chair today. It like has been wobbly for a while and didn't even think about it, so I went like slowly down. And the two big dogs, which are still puppies, come running
Yes.
over to make sure I'm okay, which I was. But yeah, I had their noses. They want to know what's going on.
Yeah, animals are really fun. So let's see. We can look at that. I have no idea who that is. We can look at the slides, and if there's anything we missed, we can refer to the right up. And who is that? Is what we can do. All right. I put us way over the corner and made this
Okay.
huge. This is the silliest free one I could find.
I like it. You did good.
Yes.
A warm, practical run of show to invite play and gentle compassion. I love it.
Yes. That's what we're talking about. There's only 9 slides in here, by the way, guys. Only 9 slides.
So what I like about this that we're talking about today is a lot of times inner child work is like shadow work, and you're going into the parts of your childhood that maybe were not so fun. And this kind of takes it a step out and takes it into the joy, because there's always
Yes.
like two sides, right?
Yeah,
There's
there is.
always, and so this brings a whole other side of inner child work that is fun and not scary.
Exactly. And that's always, excuse me, I burped coffee. That's always a good thing, because even if, like I said, even if there was a childhood that was very traumatic, I'm sure you did some stuff that would bring out that inner joy. I mean, before you got in trouble for doing it, but I'm pretty sure you would have done something that made you happy. So this is inner child joy, actually, what we're talking about. Now, your inner child is not a relic of hurt, but a living well of wonder, creativity, and play. Now, think less therapy couch and more sandbox. Seen in the moment, a grown person spots bubbles, laughs at the memory of a mud pies. Remember those
Yep.
sparks turning seriousness into delight, and that's what happens when you're remembering these brief moments in time. For those like me, who don't remember her whole childhood because I had an accident. So there's a lot of things I don't remember, but I can remember some things, and I get flash images sometimes of things that I'm like, "Oh my god, did I really do that?" type situation. So for me, it's like bringing the joy back double,
Don't you
because
kind of feel it like light in your like
yeah, it's
here?
like, "Oh
I
my
feel a
god, did I really do
lightness.
that?" Because I always thought it was a very serious individual, but evidently I wasn't. But then I have 2 younger sisters, so there's some things that they'll remember as well. So, but, the pictures, I used to remember through pictures is what I used to, but, you get that flash memory again. So that's what we're talking about, imagination. What do you think of the inventors? There are inventors out there. You need a really good imagination to start
Yeah,
that.
because you never know where it's going to take you, especially if you
Exactly.
start playing with it. And so many things have been invented that we're enjoying today and make our lives so much easier.
Like
I
the
wonder if the
juice.
person that invented the vacuum was just some guy playing around in his garage and he kind of like put this thing together and that together and maybe an air compressor, and before you know it, he's got something and people are like, oh my gosh, look what we could do with this.
Yeah, because before you used to have to drag the carpets outside, bang them just to get with this thing. I've seen it on a movie once. You had to bang them just to get the dust out of the carpet. I mean,
Right.
you're outside in the dirt banging them. Let me think. I don't think that'll work. So there's all kinds of stuff. Play-Doh, creating stuff. There's Play-Doh, there's fun, there's crayons, which is like a colored wax. Where did that come from? So all of these
Here's my plate.
things that we actually do, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Play-Doh. Where
Just
did
squishing,
Play-Doh come
you know,
from?
just
You know?
squishing it in our hands, and we can make this in our kitchens.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a recipe. I didn't look it up, but there is a recipe to make homemade Play-Doh, which is edible. So,
Mhm.
and that's what it was. Maybe there was a mom that was looking for something. We'll say a mom. She was looking for something for her kids to do while she was trying to bake and do her chores. And all of a sudden she came up with this and they started creating stuff with it. It could have been that way as well. You
Yep.
know, we can imagine it was that.
Isn't that fun? Just take that imagination a little bit.
Yeah, why not? So, and then she sits down and starts creating things. You never know. It's, I always encouraged my kids to, use their imagination.
My
Always.
my
Because,
mom was really good about creating things, and she taught us maybe by telling us and showing us, but she also taught us to like expand that
yeah,
somehow. I don't think she deliberately did it, but it was just in the way she lived and the things that she did. So we would create stuff, and she wouldn't stop us. I mean, I was doing science projects on our kitchen table, and she did not bat an eyelash.
I remember my mother told me once, the oldest in the family, my brother, my father went out and spent so much money on toys, but he bought him a riding car. Well, my dad, being my dad, decided it would be fun to ride around in the car on Christmas Eve. So by the time my brother got up, the tires were like this. So
Oh
it looked
no.
more like a flying mobile because you couldn't ride on it because he literally sat in it and rode around. My mother told me that one. So, what's wrong with that? That's not okay. So we destroyed a toy, but I'm sure he had fun
But he
doing
had
it.
fun, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what it is. See, joy, and that's what we're talking about right now. Tell us some of your stories, guys. Joy is actually a regulator. I did not know that. Now, joy isn't a prize you win, it wires your mood towards steadiness, sparks ideas, and strengthens resilience. When we laugh, dance, or hear a childhood song, notice the body, the shoulders soften, deep breathing, a smile returns, invites, invites host to try what changes your body when you laugh and dance and hear a certain tune. Now, my memory is sporadic. So a lot of times, that's my poor man. It's like in the middle of the night, I'll have this memory of like my childhood, and it's like, oh, I get all excited over this. And it's like,
Oh,
okay, I get
love it.
excited because I used to tell my mother, now I got to tell him because I have one sister that works up a storm, so she does get free time. And then I've got my other sister who's always doing something. So it's like I wake up and it's like, oh my God, I remember this finally. So it gets pretty exciting to happen. And the thing about me is it can happen anywhere. But see, I'm weird by nature, so I'm cool with it. I could be out in public and all of a sudden remember some stupid crap I did when I was a kid. And
Well,
I'd still get excited right there. Why not?
it could be a song that came up or maybe a scene that you're seeing as you're driving
Or
by. It could
smell.
be anything that gets that. For me, certain music, I remember like it takes you back to where you were. So if you
Mm,
had a music or song that you liked as a child, even nursery rhymes, I hear them and my feet start going, and a lot of times I'll just get up and start moving.
yeah, yeah. It was the smell of apple pies that started the whole
Oh
thing. My
yeah.
mother and grandmother made apple pies. And then I finally remembered that I used to steal the apples out of the pies as she was making it.
Oh no.
It's like, but it's something my kids
Aw.
did to me. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make cookies, and I've got my kids with spoons every time I turn my corner, digging out the raw cookie dough. So it's like, but that's joy, is what it is.
They'll
Creating
remember
one's
that.
own joy, finding things or activities to help create joy. That was from Miss Nikki, and
Mhm.
that's a really like, yep, that's an awesome, like, Miss Nikki loves blowing bubbles. Now, if somebody's outside blowing bubbles, I'll be right there with the kids popping them. I don't know
Yep,
what it
yep.
is about bubbles. I gotta agree with you there, Nikki. What it is about bubbles, but when you see a bubble, you want to go, yeah, pop. I don't know
Yep, they're
why.
colorful and they keep coming and they keep if
Yes.
somebody's really blowing them, they keep coming and you can keep going and you can it gets you moving too, I think, which is where some of that joy comes from.
Yep.
You're actually letting your body move and letting things in and out of your body by
Yep.
popping them.
Yeah. I love bubbles. I do love bubbles. So, but there's a lot of things, that are fun. Is what? Let's see what we got going on here for number 4. Hmm.
Degraded play sustains competence.
Ooh, what's that?
The pattern is you work hard, then reward yourself with a 2-hour fun block. Often that block never arrives as the target keeps shifting. When did you start believing play had to be earned? Small regular play serves as rest and reset, not distraction. Doodling in meetings, micro breaks, quick playful tweaks. These restore focus, spark creativity, and keep momentum going. Now, I can't remember. I think it was Google. When Google first started, they incorporated play into their culture. And
Right.
so instead of telling people just sit here and do your work and don't move, they actually incorporated that and made that part of what they did. And they created so much just by, making play part of work. It
I do
wasn't
have to
work.
agree with that. I do agree with that. I mean, I do that now. If I'm like in the process of trying to create something because I do a lot of crafts, but if I'm trying to create something and I get flustered by it, I literally go into goofball mode to release the pent up stress.
Yeah,
That's why I call it goofball mode because I get very silly sometimes.
yeah.
Everybody sees the serious side here. Well,
For
not
me,
all
I'll
the
just
time, but
maybe play with the dog or my cat for a little bit and then maybe go outside and do something fun and even sometimes I'll just switch it up and just do a puzzle for a little while
yeah, I can't do
and
puzzles.
go back.
I can never get the pieces to go where they're supposed to go. I even still at this to this day, I have issues coloring in the line
Oh, why should you? Why? I mean, you don't have to color in the line. It's your artwork. It's your play. It's your time.
because I can't
No,
see the lines
you
because I have
don't
to be
have to
able to
go in
look
the
blind in one
lines.
eye. So I call it modern abstract art.
Can you do me a favor?
What?
And we can show this maybe next week. Can you color today something that's completely out of the lines and then show it to us next week?
I don't know if I have any more coloring books.
Oh,
I'd
we
have to
gotta
print
get you
something.
some.
I'm
Okay.
out. I'm more in the other crafty part of things. But
Mhm.
yeah, playful practice sustains complete without waiting for the big reward. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to wait. I
Yeah, because
mean,
other things
how
come
many
up.
people like they're in a meeting at work and they have this and it's like all of a sudden you're supposed to be taking notes, but the next thing you know, you doodled a picture.
Yep.
Back
I've
when
done that a
you got
million
your first
times.
boyfriend and you wrote blah 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 forever, I think it was the F and
In
the yeah
school.
E or something like that. Remember that? These are all just like little doodle things. And there's you want to doodle away, doodle away. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I
You know?
think it sparks all the other good things in your life and
Yeah.
all the things that you want to accomplish.
Without silliness. That's the way I put it. Yeah. Oh, everybody calls it inner child. I call it without being silly and imaginative and playful. Your life becomes too stressful, too serious. And a lot
Mhm.
of us as adults do become too serious.
And I have to, I struggle with that too. I mean, maybe you don't believe that, but I struggle with it too. And I have to like remind myself, lighten yourself with the moment. I
Exactly.
said a few weeks ago, I noticed that a lot of times when I hear kids laughing and playing and rolling around, and it would like kind of trigger something in me. And I like, it's been this way almost my whole life. And I thought, you know what are you doing? Where did that come from? Okay,
Mm.
so maybe we frustrated my poor mom. There were 4 of us. And so I think that's where it came from. And I just reminded myself, they're having fun. That's what children are supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
Linda, yeah. So remember that. So now when I hear them playing and rolling around in the laughter, I let it go and I watch them and smile.
Yeah.
It's changed how I look at that.
I do. I get it. I get amused even going through the grocery store where you see these. Like I was at the flea market this weekend with my man, the RNN flea market, and there was this one little girl. She's so cute. She wouldn't go where the father was going. She was telling the dad where she was going. She's going. She just kept walking along, pointing at this, pointing at that, talking away, and he's just letting her go. Because that's a
Curious, yeah.
cute thing. He was right there
Yep.
with us. She was safe, but she was just so damn cute. The
Oh,
way she was doing everything. She just just
she was
walked
enjoying the
away.
heck out of herself.
Yeah, and that's the part that we miss because she's not in herself saying, "Oh my God, who's looking at me? Who's staring at me? Am I too
Right.
thin, too fat? Is this color? It's good." You know what? Just go back to the time when nobody cared.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what
Sometimes
we
that's the
all
way
need
it
to know.
is. I have a friend that will dance in the middle of the grocery store when she hears music come on. She says, "I don't care." It's just that's you do, yeah, yeah. My 22-year-old granddaughter will look at me sometimes and she goes, "Don't you dare!" And I'm like, "Why? What's the matter with that?"
No, my man, he'll be behind me in the grocery store and hear the song yeah, and I start singing along. He goes, "Oh my God, only you." Like it's just things that I
Joy,
do.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
why not
joy.
have a
We need
little
more of
fun?
it. So
Oh
we've
yeah,
got,
Nikki said it sounded like a cute situation. The little girl, yeah, she was adorable,
yeah,
absolutely adorable, and I couldn't help but laugh. So, but yeah, and that you see these most people like the kid gets, they're like, oh my God, why are kids here? And why not? They get all upset, and I'm sitting here watching, I'm smiling and giggling, and then sometimes the kid will do something, especially like in a public store, the child will do something. And the parent goes to get mad, and I have to turn my head because I'm trying not to
not
laugh
to
and
laugh.
have the
Yeah.
child see me laugh because then they go, oh, look, I made somebody laugh. That's good. Let's do it again. And I'm like, so I've done that. I even in my room, I had one of those full, privacy ones, privacy
Mhm.
foldy
Screens,
thingies. I forget what you call them.
privacy screen.
Yeah, that privacy screens. I had one of those because I had kids. They're always coming in the room. I had to be able to change. So I had one of those. And sometimes before I could discipline my kids, that's where I'd go hide, trying to get myself calm in more in the adult mode than saying, start the laughing mode. I can't believe you freaking did that. It's like, and chuckle and I'd have to go behind there and recenter myself, explaining to myself, you're the adult. You're the adult.
Yep.
Stay calm.
As
Don't laugh.
as a grandmother, I find myself in that situation a lot, and my daughter will
Yes.
look at me. She goes, "Don't you dare!" Like,
And in the
it's
back of our
funny. I'll
minds, we're
do that.
thinking, payback's a bitch, kids. Ah,
Yep.
ah.
You're so right. So we've got some things here that can help people through their joy. So we've got it kind of like broken down. So if you guys can take 10 minutes on your own time and just draw or list your happiest memories as a child from your bedroom, your backyard, your grandparents' house, maybe the next door neighbor. Take a few minutes sometime and do that. And then for each place, maybe you can remember 3 details. So remember what you saw, what you could hear, or what it smelled like or feel like, because a lot of times those smells will come running back to you. And so you might just need to take a deep breath and close your eyes for a second to remember those details, but you'll be surprised what comes up. Then give yourself a 2-minute silent pause or soft music cue so you can reflect on this and remember what you said and focus on those joyous feelings that you felt. And then give us one shareable prompt. I'll ask one shareable prompt for listeners to speak or partner to record which place made you soften immediately. Maybe you guys could put that in the chat. If you remember something that made you feel softer, that made you feel lighter, that made you remember something joyous and wonderful, feel free to put it in the chat.
Apple pie for me.
And then keep, let's see. Oh, keep whatever you wrote down in a place where you can see it, so you can glance at it and remember. You'll be surprised what a difference that can make during a day.
And yeah, for those that don't want to do that, how about vision boards?
Yep.
Vision board of your best moments. I mean, get some old magazines. Everybody's always throwing something out.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
that's fun. It's easy
Yeah,
to find magazines,
yeah.
newspaper articles, um, thrift shops. They'll give them away a lot of times.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff there. So a lot. Where were we? I was drawing.
Oh,
See if we could
okay.
say, can we get that? Or I can't.
See it?
No. Hold on. Can't get that. Anyways, I was doodling. You can't really see it, but I was doodling.
Yay.
See? Doodle. Taking my
It is so
advice.
good for you. I've noticed at the schools nowadays, like my grandson's school, he gets that opportunity. If he is in a place where it gets a little overwhelming, they allow the kids to take a moment and go either grab a water or walk somewhere and
Yeah.
come right back. And they also allow them to doodle and fidget. They encourage them to bring fidget toys. So I love seeing those things.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. We did the joy anchor, share prompt, joy anchor.
Hmm?
We did that one.
Yes, I just
Okay,
did
sorry,
that.
I was doodling.
It's okay. It's quite all right.
It's just there's so much, you know. Why can't we have like instead of like most grown-ups, like I'm not the type I don't go to bars. I never really have. It's just not been my thing. So instead of that, I'd rather go to one of those little bumper cars, those little racetracks.
Yep.
That's like, anything that's fun. And that's what it is. Five
Sometimes you've
minute
thrown a ball to
playlist.
the dog.
And we're not talking music. Well, maybe.
So I like to take in I would like to I get little playlists together, especially when Alder was a little bit younger, and all his favorite songs, and then the two of us would dance and act them out. There's one, what's the one that I really like? Oh, we're going on a lion hunt, which is really fun.
I
And
don't
then there were
remember
some
that
other
one yet.
ones. Oh, you'll have to look it up. It's fun.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's some
Mickey
things I won't
Mouse.
remember, but I will remember some of my kids' stuff.
And some of them
Like
are
that.
just, even if you don't remember, I mean,
Yeah.
they're timeless and joyous.
I remember
So-
being obsessed with Cher on my 45 record player.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I was obsessed.
I love her.
with Cher.
Yeah,
I think I was still in elementary school, I think. Not
I
sure,
love that
but
lady.
I was obsessed with that. But that's actually a good idea. Are even things that can bring you joy, just not songs that got stuck in your head because your kid had to watch the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get to pick your own playlist and
That's
have fun
right.
with it. So what can you pick a few songs from the joyful parts of your childhood and put them in the chat? I cannot see the chat, but
I
Susan.
can put stuff in the chat, except I don't remember anything from my childhood.
I mean, our
won't
listeners.
I can remember dancing with my father in the living room, and I think that was Dave Clock 5. He used to listen
Wow.
to, and he did the 50s dance with me in the living room. That's all I can remember. Other than that, the music, I don't really remember much. So it's hard for me to actually say, okay, this, that, can't. Haven't
Is there
thought about it going on a lion hunt in years. So Nikki remembered that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you listen to music now, Susan, what songs are spark joy in you today?
It's not actually the songs, it's the emotion behind the singers. And I know it sounds weird. I'm big on rock and roll. I like Godsmack because he's very straightforward. So I do listen to Godsmack,
have your
Bon
favorite ones
Jovi,
now?
Heart. I'm an old rock girl, I like my rock music. But as far as childhood music, I don't remember.
So you can tap into those for today, for your life
Yeah.
today.
John Bon Jovi, Heart,
Yeah.
Leonard Skinner, he's a good one. So all those Jungle Love, Leonard Skinner. That was a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Jethro Tull, he's another one. Now, is a really cool information about Jethro Tull. He never took a lesson on any instrument, but could play anything.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, here's another thought. A bumblebee technically should not be able to fly because their body's heavier than their wings. Do you want to know why they can fly?
Vibrations?
Nobody told them they couldn't do it.
Oh, I love
The logic
that.
on this, the logic is, and that was Jethro Tull. He doesn't know how to play it. He's going to pick it up and figure it out. So, as far as I'm concerned, he retained his childhood. He retained the imagination and the wonderfulness of it, and just took it into adulthood. That's the way I look at it. Song lyrics for kids. She goes, what does she say? Song lyric for kids, but I don't remember the names of the kids' song. Like Shakespeare's coming in a
Ford.
Ford V8. I
I haven't heard. I'll have to look that one up after
Yeah,
the show.
I don't know what that one is. So, but there's a lot I don't remember.
There's so many.
I could tell you teenage, so that I can remember, but my younger years and stuff, I don't remember much at all. I remember some things.
So when you guys get some time, play one song fully. Don't do anything else, and then just notice how your body responds. Like I start swaying, or my feet start going, or my hands will start drumming. I've never taken a drum lesson, but a lot of times I just pick up. I have some drumsticks, and I put some pillows out, and I'll just like play with the music, and just like having a good old time. And I'm laughing and smiling, and finally I hear somebody in the house go, "What are you doing up there?" And I'm laughing and having a great old time.
That's a really cool thing. Camp songs. Oh, I never went to camp. At least I don't think I did. I don't think I went to camp.
That's some good ones too.
Yeah, I don't know. Camp songs. Yeah, I seen some of those. The only song I can remember, and it was my daughter's song from elementary school, and it was the Bumblebee. No, I got myself a baby bumblebee. That one. So she'd sing that constantly when she got out of preschool. It was the Bumblebee song. I remember that because she sang it nonstop when she was young.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of the other stuff I don't. So, but that's okay. I'm okay with the fact that I don't remember. Think of it this way: if I did anything really bad, I wouldn't know.
Go. And if one song made you want to move, dance for the length of it if you can. I usually have to sit down in the middle of it, but my hips start going and my arms start going and my head starts going. I can move those. Think of it as an emotional, I think, instead of reset, maybe a mini emotional retreat.
Yeah.
And the emotions on that come out when you're listening to these things.
Yeah.
Priceless.
It's like cleaning the house to John Bon Jovi.
I love him
the
too.
earlier years, listening to him cleaning the house, or Journey, stuff like that of Van Halen. And, all back in the what did they call that? The oh my God, Susan, MTV. Thank you. MTV. That's back in the MTV era where you just couldn't wait to see the new music video type thing. And now it's completely gone.
That came when I was older. They don't have it anymore?
No. I was in high school, I think. Yeah, I was in high school and working back then when it came out. So we lived in a little mini town, so it was really, really difficult. They didn't even have cable where I lived. It's like, So,
we had the three main channels, and we all one TV, and we all had to fight over.
We had the little antenna. We had to adjust the knob. I remember that. I remember adjusting the knob. My father would say, "Susan, adjust the knob." Kimmy, go adjust the knob. Like I said, one of the other little sisters here. Okay, so she says, oh my God, I haven't heard that one in years. Oh, the Bumblebee song? Yep. So funny. Weekly micro practices is what we have here. 10-minute joy. Set a timer for 10 minutes and do one childlike activity. stickers, doodling, and no goal beyond delight.
So I'll
I did do that. You know those black fuzzy posters that you color in with the markers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Those are my favorite. I love those.
And the stickers, Alder loves stickers. He's
Yep.
7. So, but the 22-year-old, I get those things from St. Jude
Yeah.
and some other things. And sometimes I get snack boxes and they have stickers on them. And the
Yeah.
first thing she does is, what stickers are they? Can I have them? Can I have them? So I got both of them liking stickers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. I remember that. All right. Now, sensory check-in. Pause and name one soothing smell or sound you noticed in that moment. Now, I think that's the moment when you were taking that 10-minute doodling thing activity time out.
Yeah.
So,
And maybe you'll remember the pie. Maybe you could do a picture of the pie and
I retained the
smell
recipes.
that.
I remember them baking. I remember all of that for some reason. I think it has to do with the smells.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. Now, eat a childhood favorite food without guilt. Savor the memory as a part of your moment. I do that all the time. I make homemade apple pie. I love it. There was always an apple pie. There's always baked goods in my house.
Yep.
So I remember all that.
The cookies. We would come home from school a lot of times, and my mom would have always a lot of times would bake cookies, and we get to sit down with her and eat them. And she watched soap operas, so I would sit next to her with my glass of milk and my cookies, and those are one of my good childhood memories.
Smell of markers. There you go. Smell of markers. Hello, Z-Sun. Smell of markers. That's really good. Schedule a 20-minute outing. Park, playground, museum, something to treat yourself. I think I do that on a regular basis. So I go to the gym and I swim at the Y. I just love water because I grew up. I do remember we had a private beach, Wilbers Point. We had a private beach house. And I remember going outside swimming constantly. I remember that. I can't really see the people around me, but I know it was my grandparents' house, but we were constantly there swimming. So to me, swimming brings back memories. So it's like I've learned to alter it. So yeah. Z-Sun likes the smell of markers. Speak kindly. Tell yourself one loving sentence. You did your best today and you deserve a silly break.
I think you always deserve a silly break.
Yeah, I
I'll
have to
just
agree
add
with
that
you
in
there.
here. I wouldn't
think
save that just because you did your best, but I would
Yeah,
save
'cause
it.
like I said, some
Do
people
it.
are just so serious all the time. Why? I mean, in the end, the only one that pays your bills is you. I mean, the only person you have to worry about waking up next to is you or, your other half. But literally, if you're thinking about it, you wake up next to you, you look in your own mirror. So if you're happy being silly, goofy, whatever, I don't care. You want to dye your hair pink with purple polka dots, go for it. I don't care. Literally, be you and just do you. Don't worry about the world judging you. And that's a lot of what this is about, because we have these childhood where we just didn't care.
No, we didn't. We danced when we felt like it.
That's
If
right.
if we were too overwhelmed, sometimes we would stomp our feet, or sometimes we'd do something. I used to shake my hands just to get it out, but we didn't care who was watching. We were just doing what our bodies told us to
Another
do.
memory. Sorry.
That's okay. Go for it.
I told you I get excited.
Go for it. Tell us.
My next sister down, Kimmy, she's the middle sister. She used to pull a temper tantrum so bad that she would lay on the floor and pass out. My mother asked the doctor what to do. The doctor said, walk over her. Once she passes out, she'll stop breathing again anyways. She gets so mad, she hold her breath and stomp. So when she passed out, my mother would just walk right over my sister.
Oh my goodness.
I just remembered that. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just learned. Yep. Kids have a way of, they just do. They just do, and they just be what they're
I
gonna
mean, think
be.
about it. It's kind of funny when a doctor said if your kid passes out, just walk over. She'll stop breathing again. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
what's even funnier is that it's probably he knew it wasn't the first child that did that.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's a funny thing to actually come from a physician. Is the it's like, all right. All
Yep.
right. Kind of funny. Really, really funny situation. But yeah, I get this. Oh, when I remember something.
I love it.
Oh. Kind of like I'm Arnold Wozniak. Ooh, 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 ooh. Remember that show? Okay, I'm
Yeah,
showing my age.
it's okay. Let your inner child be the beacon of delight, not
Yep.
only a wound to mend. And I think that's important to remember.
Mm,
Joy is a regulative need found through sensory anchors.
yeah.
Joy, I'll say that again. Joy is a need. The joy map and the playlist become repeatable, playful practices. Carry in mind 2 micro practices, a 60-second sensory check in, and a 5-minute playful reset, guilt free, week after week. I
I
think
agree
those are
with
really
that.
important.
I totally agree. Holy shit.
What?
I just looked at the time.
I know.
No
It's like,
way.
it
We
goes
just
by too quick.
started.
We could do this for hours.
This is hilarious. When we get together, me and Linda, we're just like, it's like we're having a conversation, but we're also teaching and helping you guys at the same time. So I don't know, it's just like we've been friends for years. That's
And
how
it's
much
really
it's
fun.
like I love the chemistry here. It's so awesome. It's very relaxing. Look, it even says thanks.
Aw.
Last slide. Thanks.
Those are cute.
Yeah, I couldn't help, but I'll show anybody that didn't get to see it. I'm welcome back, Cotter. That's the name. Yes.
Yep, yep.
Yeah. That was the thing I used to do when I was a kid. I had this habit of like imitating voices. Like
Oh my
I'm
God.
Arnold Wozniak.
I do that all the
Yeah.
time, and this family does
Yeah.
not
And,
like
and
it.
then what was it?
They're like,
Archie. That was
they're
I
like,
do that constantly. I don't know why. But that
they're
was just
like,
the
be
thing.
nice, be nice. But my mom did it. She was always, mimicking somebody. So I find myself just doing it, and I'll
Yeah.
hear somebody's inflection or the way they talk, and they're like, be nice. I'm like, they can't hear me. They're not here.
It's like I do that all the time. It's like you hear something on TV and all of a sudden I'd imitate that. And I think that's why I have such a strange accent. Nobody in my family has my accent, which is really weird.
Wow.
But I spent most of my life doing all these weird accented shows. And I think it just combined. It said, look, that's you type
We
situation.
could have you do that for a whole hour, maybe one day.
Yeah. Let's mimic other people. I like that. So I'm going to show you guys another time a couple of my Scooby Doo things for those that didn't get to see it, only because I love Scooby Doo.
Oh, he's
That
awesome.
is my man's drawing. And now I'm going to show you is this collection. I'll show you this collection. Yeah. And that is my collection. Now, when something does happen to me, this awesome memorabilia that I collected will go down to either a child or a grandchild, and that'll be worth money. So, therefore, collecting childhood memories is awesome.
Yep, yep. There is still when my granddaughter, when I first had her come to live with me, she didn't have a lot of toys. She didn't come with much. So
Yeah.
I took her, and I was moving halfway across the country around the same time. But I got her this Grover, Grover from Sesame Street.
Yep.
And as she got older, she'd be getting, I'd get her more stuff, and I gave Grover away. And she still to this day remembers that I gave her Grover away. And she would do anything to get that exact same. I tried to find him
Yep.
the exact same one, and she goes, "No, that's not the one I had." But yeah, I just still hear about how I gave her Grover away.
The only thing I'm missing is the Shaggy. I used to have a stuffed Shaggy,
Ah,
and I can't find it anywhere, the exact one I had. Sooner or later, I'll be able to add that. I mean, I'm gonna have to get another net and make another side for all those stuffies, but you know.
I had a lot. I remember one year worms were all over the school or whatever, and we lived near a swamp. My mom had to get
Ah,
rid of every one of our stuffed animals, including the Zelda doll, which she made for me one time. And oh my gosh, I was heartbroken, but I still remember what that doll looks like and
wow.
that she made it for me. So those memories
Well,
live.
you're
They
very
live
creative.
here and here.
Maybe you could take the memory and recreate it.
Maybe.
I mean, you're very creative. So
Yeah.
technically, it would be like you doing an activity with your mother because it's something your mother made for you.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
might be
there you go.
a thing. Yeah.
That's my logic.
Yep. Like it.
Yeah, I like my logic. So, I mean, not like I said before, not everybody had the most awesome childhood, but everybody has moments, memories.
And
I think
you can make those no
exactly,
matter how old you are.
exactly. And remember, if you are a collector of figures, not toys, figures, you are investing in your children and grandchildren's future. Therefore, it is not childish, just so you know.
And if you want it to be childish,
Yeah,
you
go
know,
ahead. I don't
you
care.
go right, go for it. I sing every morning, almost every morning I wake up and sing, I don't want to grow up. I'm a
I'm a
Toys R
Toys
Us
R Us
kid,
kid.
and go
Yep.
through the whole thing. But every morning, if my cat could talk, he would tell you that I would say that. And
No,
Alder, who has never
I'm more
been to
like,
Toys,
well, with me, it's a little different. You ever see that scary lady on Facebook of what she looks like before she's had her coffee? And then the guy like rushes off to get the coffee just so she's not so psycho, and then she turns into somebody different. Yeah, that's me.
I'm a cheerful morning person, which drives some people
Now
crazy,
I'm
though.
just not awake. Coffee's ready. Yeah, okay. Takes me a couple minutes sometimes to wake up. But that could be the deep dream thing. I have no idea what we're doing next week. I'll have to think about this one.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We always do. And we are happy to take suggestions from people who are watching.
Yeah, if you guys are watching and there's a topic you need us to get into, please let us know.
We
Let's see
both
what
have our email
Suzanne
here, and you can get a
says.
hold of us at on
You
the Rift.
remind me of toys I had. The school bus was all the
With all the
characters, then the Bionic Man, Bionic Woman. Yep. Luke Skywalker. Oh my God. I went to go see that movie, Star Wars, in the movie theater. Yes, yes, yes. And let's see what we have here from Miss Nikki. That's how I am with my stuffed walruses. My great aunt made me when I was about 4 or 5 years old, remembering toys and point memory in childhood. Yes, it is.
those
Yes,
stories.
yes, it is. So it's
They
pretty
all come with
awesome.
stories.
Yeah, it is. Some of these things that what they consider retro, when you pick them up, you figure by the time our grandchildren are grown enough, those things might help them with a down payment on a house or a car. You never know. Life insurance, emergency surgery. So start collecting today.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, why not? I
Yeah.
already gave my daughter my card collection. I had Three's Company, the original Star Wars, Garbage
Wow.
Pail Kids. I had all of those, including some original records. I gave them all to her and said, okay, sell them and do what you need to do with it.
Mm.
So, see, it works.
Yeah.
We have no idea, guys, but anybody in the chat room have an idea before we close this down? It's 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Well, if not, we'll think of something.
One for me.
Oh, it's 1 for you. It's 4 over here. Wow. You really are behind
And
me.
the dogs and my grandson all were angels. Look at them. They're all sleeping and laying down peacefully. Love it.
I didn't
Love
even know he
it.
was there.
Yep. There's three of them here and one in the room.
Oh, wow. All right, guys, we will let you know what it is we can come up with for next week's show, but we're definitely going to see you for next week. And I just want to say peace out, and I'm going to do it. Peace.
Thank you
It's
for
me.
watching. It's okay. Thanks for watching. We love you guys. Take
River,
care.
have a goofy day.